All right, part two, the second and final part of our interview with Steve Ritchie. We were talking about, you were talking about seeing the machine put together when you were younger and watching the guy fix it inside. Now you're designing these machines. Now, when you design a machine, do you have the concept for the art as well, or is your design primarily the mechanical part and the programming part?
Well, I don't do any real programming, but I mean, I have ideas about what we should do to operate a device, and I will draw a device, a device that, that does things with the ball. Ball mover is what I call them. There's only a couple. You've got motors and you've got solenoids, and that's about it.
How much easier in terms of the technology from, of course, you started in '74, and now we're talking, 50 years later.
Right.
How much has the technology expanded your ability to do what you want?
Tremendously, and it started in 1992 when CAD became available, computer-aided design, and I learned that AutoCAD and drawing with it made such a big difference. I used to scare the president of the company at Williams because he would come in first you have to picture a 6-foot-long Hamilton playfield that's electric. It moves up and down with your foot. It also tilts this way, okay? We still have to tape a big drawing, piece of mylar. We drew on like frosted mylar with pencils, okay, and protractors and templates and stuff like that.
All that stuff before computers were huge.
I knew all the sizes of everything, and I'd draw them in, and then I would see something and just go, wow, if I move those, I could do this. So I also had an electric eraser, okay? So, and I left, eraser pieces of rubber, okay, in this tray down below where you put your pencils. Sometimes it would be like half filled up. So, the president would come in, he was a great guy. He'd look at my game and he goes, okay, looking good. Then the next day he'd come in and go, what do you do? And I go, don't worry. I had made a template, but I erased a lot, but I took the jets or whatever I had, rotated them on a separate piece of paper, stuck that underneath the mylar, and then I would, draw them in again in the new position. So it all took a long time. Now those kinds of things take 30 seconds. 30 seconds. So it's like, not even that, 20 seconds.
Does it give you an advantage over some of the newer and younger designers that you knew how to do these things without the tools? Does that give you an edge at all?
No, the tools are better, and they all know the better tools. I'm still working with AutoCAD. Okay, now they're SolidWorks. It's 3D. The thing is, I've never met anybody that can draw as fast in SolidWorks as I can in AutoCAD. So I can get my game together soon. And if I really need, 3D views of things, I ask the mechanical engineer and say, can you draw this in 3D? And sure. They'll draw it for me, and then they'll position it on the game, and I'll see if it interferes with anything, or a ball can hit it, that sort of stuff. So I use them for that, but I get my game together sooner. That's one thing.
Now, you talked a lot about rate of control before. When is the last time, and I'm presuming that it has not been with Jersey Jack, when is the last time you were told, this is the game we want, and it's something that you were saying, I really don't want to do this game?
It was that Stern with Led Zeppelin. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. They, first of all, I was thrilled to get Led Zeppelin, but it would not buy Stairway to Heaven.
That would seem odd to leave that out.
It's extremely odd, and they paid the price. I mean, everybody that owned one said, where is Stairway to Heaven? It's not there. And they bought 2 other songs that were just worthless. They must have been very cheap. That's all I can think of, Under what is it? I'm not sure. It's something about a car, another song. I didn't even know Led Zeppelin made those songs. They're not popular. They're not much of anything really. Trampled Underfoot, that's one of them. Now, when some people see this, they're going to go, oh, I love that song. Well, the rest of the world didn't love it. It's not on the Billboard Top 40 in any number. It's like, it's not even there. So it's like where you get like Heartbreaker, or they have a lot of good songs, and them. Anyway, they didn't get the songs. And then, for Stairway to Heaven, I had a Stairway device planned that would lock balls, bring them up, and then, bring them out for multi-ball. and they took that out too. I had to take it out because there's no
No stairway to heaven.
Yeah, I mean, what was I going to call it? The elevator. The elevator was the 5th floor. All right, I don't know what, it's just, it was frustrating. And that happened a lot of times at Stern. I just lived with it for a long time. And finally, I didn't want to live with it anymore. I just couldn't. I wanted to make the game that I needed to make. I want to make a successful game each time. And when people take things out of it, I mean, at the same time, I got to say this, I listen to everyone around me on my team all the time. I listen to them, and while I'm drawing my game, I call them in and go, here's what I'm doing. What do you think? What do you want to do? What do you want to see here? What do you think would be good? I don't mind doing that at all. I'm not insecure about any kind of stuff like that. I'm just not. And it is definitely a team. People, I don't want to dominate it. I want everybody to be able to create. If you make something bad, I do reserve the right to say, I don't want that in the game, but thanks. I can do that, or I can just say, God, that's wonderful, we'll stick it here, what do you think? It's like, I don't know. I have a lot of good programmers on the game. They're magnificent. Two of the guys have been in the business for a long, long time. Duncan Brown and Bill Grupp, they're on my team, and they're a wealth of experience, and they do great things. And I got a couple younger guys too. One of them's really young. His name is Taylor Snyder, and that kid is hot. I mean, he's just good. He also knows our subject matter better than I do, and that's okay. I've learned a lot from him, and how things can go and how to utilize it and whatever. So I have a good time with these people. I have a good time with. As a young mechanical engineer, also, he walks in with robotics and he does this incredible device. I mean, I wanted this device, but I let him design it, how it would mount and all that. And there's another guy that made a start on it before he got there, but he's like, he picked it up and goes, oh, we don't want to do it that way. We want to do it this way. Oh, yeah, and we did want to do it that way. And now it's magnificent.
Okay, I got 2 minutes left on the device. 20 years from now, both of us are probably going to be gone.
Probably.
But the pinball looks like it's going to still be around. How do you want the people to remember you as a designer? What do you want people to be saying about you once you're gone?
Those games were fun to play, and they enjoyed themselves.
That's what it all comes down to, isn't it? We've got 5 floors down, there's a room full of people all having fun.
Yes.
And escaping from everything that they have to deal with in life.
There's also a lot of glory in that for me, you know what I mean? It makes me very happy to see them enjoying it, and it's a nice feeling.
Well, Steve, thank you for giving me so much of your time today. It was worth getting away from the pinball from a few games at a time to sit down with you again.
It's quiet here.
It is. I'm not used to interviewing people in quiet places.
I enjoyed this very much. I always like talking to you.
All right, thank you again. Take care.